right, welcome to our very last call of this awesome push group. I don't know about you guys, but I thought it has been amazing. I've been following along with the posting that we've been doing too, because for me, this has been a new curriculum that I've used too, because Colleen and Liz and Shannon and we've kind of just created this for you guys. And really just give that momentum and that drive to show you what you truly can accomplish in this, the 4 weeks that we've been doing this group. And we have had some rank advancements, and I'm so excited, and we're actually in the process this week of figuring out who has already rank advanced and all that. So I just want to give you all a shout out. If you have rank advanced, congratulations, it's huge. And we're so proud of you guys. And I know so many of you, you're right there. You're doing this. It's like eyes forward, blinders on, and I'm just watching you guys. Like, I see your Facebook posts starting to pop up in my feed, and I see that you're utilizing the information, and instead of sitting on it, you're actually doing it. You're moving your business forward, and that's key. That's what we want from you guys, is to not just sit there and read or say, watch the videos and then just oh my gosh, that was really awesome information. I loved that call or whatever. But you're going that next step and you're saying, okay, I love that call. I took this note. There are these notes, and this is what I'm pulling from it. This is what I'm going to implement. I'm going to try this inviting approach versus what I was doing, or something along those lines. So we're down to the last week, and really this week we're going to be focusing on giving you guys that last little push of momentum to just keep driving forward and to hit your goal. Thursday, let's do this. We have tonight and tomorrow. Just my advice to you guys is going to be follow up, do some really creative and engaging Facebook posts, get some people involved, get some customers, help your coaches who you have right now, maybe create a few more emeralds, just talking to each other and really helping one another push along the way. If you're building a husband or a friend or a parent or something to emerald, just do that. I am telling you guys, get on the phone and call up your great Aunt Sally and just be like, yo, hi, remember that time when, blah, 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 I really need this favor from you now. Or, call up your dad and be like, hey, Dad, remember that time you didn't get me that pony that I really wanted? So I need you to buy a challenge pack, okay? This is the time that you call favors on people. And you're just like, I have this goal, and I really, really need your help. Because once you achieve this goal of diamond that you're pushing so hard for, then you have, that your foot is still on the gas. And it gives you this such a cool sense of validation and just a really great feeling that you accomplished something that you set out to do, and you just keep building and you just keep growing and you really just push forward. And that's when you get to start having your team and these people, maybe right now you're built on some discount coaches, because for me, when I went diamond, I was built on discount coaches. I think I legit had one person who was actually I might work the business, and it was my best friend at the time, and I'm like, you're going to work the business. She was my only friend who joined Beachbody and actually did this with me, and I kind of pushed her along. And then my other emerald was my husband, and I had my father-in-law and my mother-in-law as coaches under him. So when you're looking at us as leaders who are, rank higher, the star diamond levels and all that, don't think that we were not in the exact same spot that you guys were at one time. We've all been where you are. And no, we all just didn't have 8 coaches who were working fall into our lap and just this diamond just magically appeared for us. No, we have all worked our tail off and been in this stressful position where it's like, God, I want to do this. I have to do this. I'm going to make it happen. And whenever I tell my team, I'm like, the diamond is a decision. You kind of understand that once it happens, because then you look back over the process and you're like, oh, I kind of get it now. I kind of realize what that means, because I decided I'm going to make some sacrifices. I'm going to call in some favors from some friends or whoever to build someone else. So that's what we mean whenever we say that diamond is a decision. And as you keep building and as you keep moving forward, once you do achieve your goals, then you will get business builders, and maybe some of you already have some starting out. But duplication is just, honestly, is key. It is you yourself hitting Success Club. Your business depends on you recruiting coaches. And then guess what? You teach those coaches to hit Success Club. Like, that is the cycle that you take for this business. And we can overthink and we can overcomplicate because those 3 little words just seem so simple, right? Like, oh, that's it. But it's just the mindset and staying in the mindset and helping others understand that it's not this super fast, I'm so successful overnight type of business. This is pounding the pavement, learning to overcome objections, learning to talk to people, doing personal development, working on ourselves every single day, and going out of our comfort zone every single day. And it's just not stopping. That's it. That phrase, never give up, it means just that. It means moving forward no matter how many times we get knocked down, no matter how many goals we miss, no matter, what the circumstances might be, because life hits us all in the face sometimes, right? Sometimes we go and we hit this, and then next week, maybe something bad happens and you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what just happened. That is what defines us, the successful versus unsuccessful people. Successful people are going to do the things that we need to do to get ahead, even when we don't want to. Even when the excitement and the momentum and the thrill is gone, the successful people are the ones who will continue to go forward and continue to grow and continue to trudge in the trenches and swim, along through the current and really just drive forward. And those who are unsuccessful, those who quit, are the ones who do just that, the ones who just stop and give up. And I don't want that for any of you. You showed up. You are here. There are 35 of you on this call. Liz said the very first night, right? The very first call. How many do we have? Almost 100, maybe a little more than 100. And she's like, the unfortunate thing is every single one of you paid your $20 to be in this group. You paid to drive your business forward, but by the last call, probably a third would be on. So give yourselves right now a huge pat on the back just for showing up and just for being on this call tonight, because that in itself shows leadership. That shows that you are completely taking yourself seriously. And I'm not saying that circumstances didn't come up for the other people who are not on the call. I'm not saying that at all. I hope that everyone listens to the recording because I do get that. But, take what we're going to give you tonight and just, stay up late, get up early, and just go forward. And I also want to tell you guys, so, maybe you're doing this and you're driving it home, right? You're in the last stretch, and tomorrow at midnight comes and you don't hit your goal. You just don't do it. It just doesn't happen. Something happens and you don't achieve diamond. Does that mean you're going to quit? Are you going to say, oh, I'm a failure, it didn't happen? It means I'm not a good coach. It means I probably shouldn't be here. No, that is not what that means at all. It means that you tried so hard and you're going to keep giving the same 110%. You're going to go, maybe it takes you an extra week or 2 or 3 or whatever for you. But the good news is that you're just one step closer to your goal. You're one step closer to doing what it is that you set out to do. And it does not make you a failure. It does not make you a bad coach. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you're not cut out to do this. It means that you're human. It means that you missed one deadline and you're going to set a new diamond date, whether it be the next day or the next week. And you're going to drive forward just as hard as you've been doing now, and you're going to go all in. So with that, we have a couple guest speakers tonight for you guys, and it's going to be a real treat because these are a couple ladies who have achieved diamond just over these last very short few weeks, and they're going to tell you just exactly what it is that they've done. And my coach, she's 2 coach levels down from me. Her name is Melissa. She's going to be the first up to speak. She's awesome. So I did a Push to Diamond group with my team last month, and she was one of the amazing women on my team who achieved Diamond in that day, and I believe it was on the very last night of the group, right, Melissa? Like, legit, I think it was like 9 o'clock on Wednesday night, and she's like, I did it. So she's going to tell you guys her story and just what it is that she's done, and I'm really excited to hear from her. Go ahead, Melissa. Can you unmute yourself?
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, so just a little background. I joined, Janae was my upline. I joined Beachbody when I was May of 15. So I have not been doing this very long, a good, 5 months now, 5 to 6 months. Truly in the beginning, I really was the person that wanted to be a discount coach. I really just wanted my Shakeology cheaper, and that's why I went ahead and did that. And then the more I saw about all this awesome opportunities, I was like, I can do this. I'm a mom. Yes, I'm a full-time nurse, but why can't I do this? Sure, I can. So I just started sharing my story and, just sharing my journey about, my transformation and how, doing what you all do every day, doing your vital behaviors, posting 3 times a day, and just doing your all calls every night and just being real. If I had a bad day with a workout or if I had a bad day with a meal, I was real about it. I didn't act like I had it all together, by no means. I then really started digging in how to become, a coach and how to really success. And I became Emerald my first month. And that was huge for me. And the idea of becoming Diamond, I was like, yeah, right. That's what Janae is and Candace and like all the leaders. Like, I'm not the leader material. But the more I sat back and realized that it is possible, and that's what I really wanted to do, I set a goal. I joined the Flash to Diamond group, and literally, like Val said, it was literally the last 2 hours that I got my Diamond rank. I was banking on someone signing up. She kept saying she was going to. At the last minute, she didn't. So what did I do? I made a call. I called my dad. I was like, look here, bud, this is what's going to go down. This is how this is going to go. And I'm going to be Diamond. And he's like, okay, whatever. Here's the credit card. Like, let's do it. So, I made the call. Now, thankfully, here a month later, I've been able to not have to depend on, to make those favorite calls. I will say that month of me pushing to be Diamond, it was very slow. It was my last week of the group that I even hit Success Club. Like, that's not normal for me. I was very discouraged, kept feeling like, what am I doing? I'm doing everything right. And like Val and Janae kept saying, just be consistent. Don't give up. Be consistent. And it paid off. So I hit Diamond. And, of course, I was just crying and over the moon because it was such a huge deal to me. And then the next month, which would be October, I started following up because 21 Day Fix was then on sale. So every single person, over 50 invites that month, all my follow-ups, I started hitting all those people up, letting them know about the awesome deal. And one thing I would say with follow-ups that changed for me and what really, I believe, made me hit Success Club 24 this past month was I did not talk to them about challenge packs. I talked to them about their life. I was like, hey, how are the kids? It's so good to see you. Looks like, I loved your shirt at church the other day. I saw that y'all did this. I really started, Facebook stalking what these people were doing and commenting and just being real with them, acting like I'm their best friend and they just had dinner with me, even though I hadn't never met them before. That was the turning key for me. It wasn't me talking about pricing. It wasn't me talking about money. It wasn't me talking about Shakeology. It was me building relationships with these people, just like I talk to my sister every day on the phone. That's when everyone really started responding to me saying, okay, what is it what is it you're doing? Let me hear more about it. And then people just started signing up, and I couldn't believe it when Janae's like, do you realize you're at Success Club 24? I'm like, I don't know how that happened. And it was me following up with all of those people from the month before really just being real with them, just letting them know the awesome opportunity, everything's on sale. So I really just want to encourage you guys, like Val said, if you don't hit it, it is not the end of the world. You have to push forward. You are worth it. You can do it. And just being consistent no matter what. If that means you have to, use a site and set up your posts to do it for you, do it. I mean, you've got to figure out a schedule. I'm a full-time, mom, wife, I'm a nurse. So, I get up early in my workouts. I have 30 minutes to check in with all my challenge groups. And then I go to work. My phone's not really on me. I can't have it while I see patients. So then I check back in at night. You just have to figure out a schedule and make a game plan and stick to it every day and do not waver from that. And like I said, don't be scared to make those favor calls. I tell you what, I felt like an idiot. I felt like I was cheating the system by doing that. And Janae's like, Melissa, no, we all have those favor calls. And then when she was telling me how, Val's husband was her emerald, I was like, okay, good, because mine was my emerald. It made me feel like just you're being a leader. You're working your business like you're supposed to work your business. So, you kind of have control of that. Don't feel like you can't do it because you can. So I just want to encourage you guys, I am no different from you. I was just where you were, less than 6 weeks ago in the same boat, literally at the very end, trying to hit the goal and feeling like I did everything right the whole time. I was doing what I was supposed to do. So if that means you make a favor call, make it. It's going to benefit you in the long run. Don't worry about if you have to come out of pocket a little more. Guess what? It's going to pay off tenfold. So just be encouraged. I'm happy to answer any questions. Y'all feel free to message me or follow me or anything. But I just want to encourage you guys to just, be consistent. I think consistency is key. Just because you may not have one like on that post you made, guess what? It's okay. You still got to post 2 more times that day. So just be consistent, be real, and be you. Don't try to be something you're not. Just be yourself. That's all I got.
Awesome, girl. Thank you so much for hopping on and speaking. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. It just goes to show that, hard work and dedication, that's what it takes. Colleen is going to go ahead and take the lead now. Got it, girl?
Got it. Okay, so last time we hopped on this call, me, Val, Shannon, and Liz said, we didn't say anything we actually really wanted to say because we get so excited to come on these calls, although it's great content. So if I'm looking down at a piece of paper, it's because I'm on day 11 of no coffee and I'm on the ultimate reset. So focus is the real deal right now for me. If you've never done it, it's a good test for yourself. So I have notes here, but I do want to make a point off of it's Mel, right? That just spoke. That's the name that's on there.
Yeah, Melissa. Yeah.
Melissa. Okay. That Melissa just said. And I know that you guys probably want to vomit every time you hear stay consistent, but I want to tell you guys, even at 28 months, how much it's paid off for me. So the last 2 months, it's been hard to hit Success Club. I'm going for 10 every month. I grow multiple businesses, but in mine, I was like, I have to get 10. And so I was at Success Club 8 the very last day of the month, and I was like, okay, I know that if I'm consistent all day long, I believe something will happen. I'm not kidding, guys. I had someone go on my website that I've been talking to for a long time that never ended up even talking to me about ordering the challenge pack, but I gave her my site a long time ago, and she bought a challenge pack. And she's like, oh, your post today motivated me. I'm in Mexico right now. And she ended up signing up with the Ultimate Reset Challenge Pack, which is a $105 commission, and I hit Success Club 10. So when we say be consistent, I truly mean it. Don't just show up when you feel like it. Put in the work even though you don't feel like it may be doing anything for you. It's the times that you need it most that being consistent will pay off. So that's my 2 cents about being consistent. But Val did talk about forward, and you always have to move forward. And me and my team were joking today about we're going to call ourselves Team Forward, because I actually changed my life, if you've heard my mindset talk, through the word forward. There was a time in my life that I had to stand up, look in the mirror, and say, Colleen, you have to move forward. And so that's what I teach my coaches now. And so this is not the season to analyze everything. You just got to put your big girl, big boy pants on, and you got to move forward. So even if you feel like you're not gaining traction, I suggest first thing, work with your upline. Don't just say, well, I'm posting and I'm working out and I'm drinking my Shakeology. I don't know why this isn't working. You have to work with your upline because they can probably help you and guide you in a direction maybe that you never thought, that you thought about before. So work with your upline. And the other point I wanted to make is if you want next level rewards in this business, you have to do next level business building activities. So I know you guys are pushing for Diamond, and for the ones that have hit it, congratulations, but we want you to think beyond Diamond. So if your energy is up here, typically you're going to hit your goals. So don't just think, I want Diamond. Think beyond Diamond. What do you truly want out of this business? And you want to focus on next level business building activities. So I wanted to give you guys some of the tips when I was trying to grow my business, what I did. So I didn't just post. I didn't just run a challenge group. I spent probably 50% of my time stalking top coaches or stalking a coach that really motivated me. And I would watch their YouTube videos. I would study what they were sharing on their wall. If they congratulated a coach on a rank advancement or a success club, or if they're talking about a new coach, I would go and follow their coach. This is what I call networking. So I've been able to network within Team Beachbody with teams all over the United States, people I've never met before, all from following coaches. And I'll start complimenting them and congratulating them and messaging them. And so this is where you want to reach up and reach out. Because if you stay in your little bubble and just maybe stay in only your team page or, just your own little world of, well, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to, you're not going to have that extra mojo motivation that you need to do next level type things. So reach up, reach out, stalk the top coaches, stalk their coaches. In this season right now, the leaders are leading because we know that this is harvest season. And I've been inspired by so many other coaches and ideas of things that are creative during these types of seasons. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? And so again, don't think that doing a challenge group is enough. If you want next level business, you have to go above and beyond. Find a project. So for me, what I did is I started to create a team a little bit, and I was like, I feel like they don't really know how to get started right. So I started to think of some fun slides that I could make, and I made a 3 to 4 minute video welcoming my new coaches. Is it going to dramatically change your life and business? No, but it's a new project that's going to give you some mojo, and that's going to help your team. So again, go above and beyond. And then the last thing I want to share is my notes. Even my notes are a mess right now. I was watching a very successful entrepreneur online the other day. His name is Tai Lopez, and he talks about living the good life and what you have to do to get there. And he gave 3 amazing tips. And it's funny because it actually relates to Tony Robbins, to when I was at Tony Robbins last week. And he talks about giving people 3 tips that will change their life and business. And if you stick to these 3 things, you will see success. And I agreed with what he said, so I wanted to share. The first thing is knowledge. So in this business, knowledge is power. If you just collect it, it's not that good of an idea just to sit there and say, okay, I've got this spreadsheet and I've got this video and not apply it, but we'll get to that step in a minute. But knowledge is power. And so in this business, as an entrepreneur, self-education and what you guys go out and learn, not just what we feed you guys, but what you teach yourself is really going to help you grow. Second is strategy. So it's not just, again, I'm posting every day. I'm running a challenge group. It's adding 3 people a day. Connecting with 3 people a day, sending your invites, sending your messages and your follow-ups. That's what we call the power of 3. So that's what you have to figure out is a strategy. So every day you have to have your power hour or whatever strategy works for you. It's a little bit different for everyone. So self-education, get out there, learn as much as you can, strategy to apply it. And then the last one is where it applies to Tony Robbins. And it's execute, it's immersion. So what happens when people say, I'm going to try to go to the gym? How many people are successful? 0. I'm going to try this coaching thing. I'm going to try to hit diamond. You have to fully immerse yourself. You have to fully, it's kind of like when I signed up, I was like T25 Vanilla Shakeology. I'm committing 25 minutes a day for 10 weeks and I'm not looking back. And I swear to you, that's half the reason I was successful. I fully immersed myself. So get out there, dive in as much as you can, come up with a plan, work with your upline, and immerse yourself. So those are my notes for today. And I have about to pop diamond this week, Leslie, and she's actually 3 levels down on my team, and I'm so very proud of her. She's a brand new mom. She's actually in charge of running a family business. They own a jewelry store. So she's very busy. It's not like she's just floating around all day. She hit an amazing, I believe, 22 Success Club in her account this month and 6 in her husband's. And there might even be more because I know that she's running all different accounts and she's making this happen. And so I'm going to turn it over to Leslie and she can share with you guys. She's only been a coach since August too. So amazing. All right, Leslie, go for it. You can unmute yourself. Or Val, she's on her iPad. I'm not sure if she knows how to unmute herself. Can you unmute Leslie DeStefano? I think that's how you say her last name. She's trying to find you. 1 second. I'm not the host, so I can't unmute you. Somehow she's muted again. Hold on, Leslie.
Did that work this time?
There you go.
Okay, it automatically kept going back to mute and I couldn't figure it out. But hi. So my name's Leslie and I'm so excited to be on this call. I feel very honored. I don't feel like I deserve it yet. I've really only been a coach since August, but my whole thing is just being me. And I haven't really changed since when I started, except for I've just remained coachable. And I study this business so hard, and the team calls have been so helpful. I can't always get on them, but I always watch them. And the first thing that really got me was a team call with a husband and wife. And that one made me really understand, okay, the importance of signing your spouse. And my husband watched it with me, and we both kind of were starting to understand the business, and we were so intrigued with the whole thing that I was like, all right, I got to do this. Because honestly, I started off just doing it for the discount for the Shakeology. When I got it, and I loved it, and everyone kept seeing, I had just had a baby at that point. So 21 Day Fix helped me lose the baby weight. So the more people I saw, everyone was like, what did you do? How did you do this? And so that definitely had, definitely a step ahead of a lot of people because I did have this transformation. So everyone was kind of intrigued, and I'm naturally a salesperson, but if I'm passionate about something, I'm not really selling it. I'm just telling them what I've done and saying, you've got to try this, and I'm very, very passionate, and I just kind of wanted to scream it on the rooftops because it really works. So I signed up as a discount coach, and my coach, Leslie Branton, has been amazing in teaching me the business, and Colleen has been incredible, and so has Emily Goodman. And they've kind of been like my mentors on the whole thing. And I'm not afraid to ask questions. I think I spend more time on the FAQ than anything. I YouTube so much, and I'm just, like I said, just gonna keep remaining coachable because I'm never gonna learn it all. I still need to learn a lot. But so anyways, what I did was I really wanted to grow my business, and I knew the first step in doing that was to become Emerald. So I was like, Paul, my husband, I was like, you have to do this with me. I know that my chances of hitting Emerald and my chances of being successful in this business are going to be so much more if you're in this with me. So he said, all right, sign me up, do whatever you have to do. So I signed him up as my first coach. And then my second coach was my mom. And she's had, she's had a long journey with health and fitness. And I was sure that this was going to work for her. And she's still doing it, and she loves it, and it's awesome. So she was my second coach. She was on my right leg. Paul was on my left leg. And I made sure to grow my business. I wanted to make sure to have an equal amount of coaches on my left and right. And before I started to grow my husband's business, and then make sure my mom's business was going well. So Paul became Emerald maybe a couple of weeks ago. I became Emerald within the first, I think, 2 weeks of being a coach. And then after that, I wanted to make sure my mom would grow to emerald. And so then I would become diamond, because I knew the first step in a business is really hitting diamond. And that wasn't my end goal. My end goal, I don't even know what it is, but I'm so excited to see what's to come, because this has only been 2.5 months. And the community of people have been amazing. And one thing that I've done that I forget which team call it was that they told us to do. I think it was the husband and wife, and I forget their names. I feel so bad. But she said, I reached out to moms groups. So I was like, I can do that. I'm a mom. So I went on all the local moms groups, the moms groups that I thought I could be part of. And I started watching and just seeing when people would comment. And I'm sure a lot of a lot of moms are conscious of their weight and they don't have a lot of time for themselves. So first of all, they need a hobby, and that's what I found, and they need to lose weight, or they don't have time for the gym. I'm like, all right, these are great. I can help you in all these, different aspects. So I private message people in my moms groups every single day. I try and comment on everything, and then once they comment back, I instantly friend them. So then they're seeing my profile, because I know that they can't not, because I'm posting like 3 to 5 times a day. And so that's the whole thing, like just getting into groups. I hate when people say, I've kind of been finished with, I've done all my friends and family. There's so many people out there that need to be helped. And Colleen says this all the time, and it's so true. Another thing that I do is I keep this like Excel template going, and anytime someone reaches out to me, I write it down, the date that they reached out, what they reached out about, are they interested in a challenge pack or just the Shakeology or just what it is. So then I know when to reach out. I always say, okay, well, when do you think you're ready? And they always give me a date. So then that date comes about, and I always message them back. Now my list is down to 4 people that have reached out to me that haven't gotten it. Everyone else has. So I've definitely gone better at my pitch, and I really only sell challenge packs. I think my first week when I first did it, and I didn't even know about what you were supposed to do, I sold maybe 1 or 2 21-day fixes without a challenge pack. But since then, I sign up challenge packs, and then I say, well, if you really want, the best deal possible, you should sign up for the discount, and you should become a discount coach. And then those coaches are possibly going to become active, and then my business is going to grow. So it's great for them. They're saving money. It's great for me, because I can rank advance and get volume points. And it just seems to be working, and I love it. I never thought that I could love a business so much other than my own. As Colleen said, I'm the 4th generation of my family's business, which is hard. I mean, I'm a mom. I work full time. I have a husband. We have a house. And this has become not just my hobby, but it is my passion. And when I have any spare time, I'm constantly trying to grow my business. I'm reaching back out to people. I'm looking at our challenge groups and posting on our challenge groups. And I also, one thing that Leslie Branton started to do, which I've done with her, is we started a Kickstart group for just new people. So we made it really, really small. We each have like 10 people in the groups. So each month we have these new groups. And when we post about it, they're like, all right, well, this is great. Everyone else is starting at the same time for the first time. And it's really intriguing to them. So I found that really, really works. But my main thing is just to keep being coachable and get on those team calls. And if you can't get on them, watch them and YouTube. And there's just so much to learn. Like Colleen said, I've been following a lot of great coaches and getting ideas, and I take notes. And there's just so much room to grow. So I'm very excited. I'm so happy I made Diamond, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future. So thanks for listening. And I'm excited to hear the next speaker.
Thanks, Leslie. And you just literally explained my point. You got self-educated. That doesn't sound very educated. Got self-educated. You gained your knowledge. You went out there. You came up with a plan, which was like, okay, I have my list here. I'm going to add myself to these groups. And you fully immersed yourself. So I'm jumping for joy. I'm so proud of you.
It's all because of you.
You're a rock star. And seriously, guys, I just want you to know the way you're thinking right now. So everything Leslie just said, everything Melissa said, everything Val and I said, what are you thinking? Are you thinking negative thoughts? Are you thinking, well, I can't do that. That's not me. Good for her. Meh. If you're thinking like that, it's not going to happen. You have to train yourself to think in a positive way. So it's a new month, clean slate. We can do so many amazing things and help a lot of people this month. So it's not over yet. You guys still have a few days to crush your goals. Val, is there anything else that you guys want to say?
No, I want to actually just piggyback real quick about what you just said. You have to train yourself to think positive, okay? Write that down. Train your mindset to think positive, because I was the biggest negative Nancy on the planet 2.5 years ago, okay? I had no belief in myself, let alone belief in others. The mindset had to be trained, as Colleen just said, so that stuck out to me for sure. And it comes to personal development, and I was the one who, for probably 2 to 4 months in my business, I didn't read personal development. I'll say that. I did listen to YouTube videos because I studied top coaches, just like we were talking about, and I felt like a stalker because I chose about 10 that I was like, oh my gosh, her posts are like my life, like they're speaking to me, right? So that's what we did. And I Googled every question that I ever had about coaching. I Googled it. So I was very self-sufficient too. But once I finally was like, okay, maybe I really should read this book, The Compound Effect. Maybe I should read The Slight Edge. Maybe I should read GoPro. Once I started making myself read a couple chapters a day, because I was that person who was like, I'm not a reader. Well, guess what? Successful people read, and that's just what we do, and you get used to it. Again, you do it because it's part of your job description, right? So that's really all that I've got to. I'm just ready and excited to see you guys keep going and moving forward. And again, like Colleen said, Diamond is for sure not the end-all be-all. Like, that's the next stepping stone in your business, okay? And just like our speakers were saying, sometimes we feel like it's almost a cop-out if we make those phone calls, because it's the mindset again. It's not a cop-out. It means if you're making those requests and those favor phone calls, it means you're taking charge of your business. Think of these big corporations, and think of right now you're getting all of the holiday magazines. I talked about this on my team call this morning. Why do you think that the advertisers of all these different companies and all these different department stores, why are they sending their magazines out now, right? Because they want to get you into the mindset of Christmas, of gifts, of putting it out there in front of you right now. You need to be doing that with other people. Girls, stop. Sorry, my kiddos are in here. So you need to just put yourself in the mindset right now of, I can do this. Be like the marketers, network marketers. You're making phone calls. You're putting yourself out there on Facebook of all your upcoming stuff. So think Marketing 101. It's about you. You are the product. So you want people to follow you. So I hope you guys have an awesome night, and I'll post this recording for anybody who missed the call, or if you want to go back and listen to it. But have an awesome night, guys.
Thanks for speaking, Leslie. I don't know if I said thank you, but thanks.
Amazing, for sure. Bye, guys.